Hello everybody and welcome back. Lars here. Today we're going to go ahead and we're going to check out this new team. Now this team is just a lot of fun, right? There is a time and there's a place for everything in this world, for everything in PvP, and you have to be sure if you're going to use this team that the meta is right for it. And well, how does the meta be right for it? Well, you need to know that there are a bunch of water types and a bunch of flyers in the back. So whatever in the front doesn't even matter, but as long as they have some sort of water, it could be a mud boy, it could be lantern, it could be Poliwrath, whatever, as long as it's water and some sort of flyer. So Skarmory, Altaria, doesn't matter. Any sort of combination like that will absolutely let this team progress. And this team, just like the Olot team, is a very quote-unquote aggressive team, meaning that you do, just like in this scenario, have to take advantage of it. This Jellicent, they went ahead and didn't shield the first one, and so because of that, we were able to come in, and yeah, I mean, it cost both of our shields, but we got the lead. And the last thing you want is for Victory Bell to be going up against that Galvantula. So this way, we're in the lead, we have control of the situation, and now we know exactly what to do, even with zero shields. And what do? Well, we bring in Victory Bell, and Victory Bell is going to absorb all that energy, or at least part of it, that was put into their Pokemon. And now they switch to Galvantula, and we have Bastiodon coming in, and Bastiodon's going to make a really quick work out of this Galvantula. They're going to get two discharges off, but in the end, it's just, at this point, that it's closing in on them, right? Victory for us is almost assured. We're going to go ahead and throw the obligatory flamethrower just because we know they have a shield left. Let's go ahead, force them to burn it. So what are they doing now? Well, one, Frenzy Plant isn't going to kill us. We will still be alive. So they had to double charge it, which, to their credit, is a very smart thing to do, right? So they throw it right before we can get that flamethrower off. But in 3 short fast moves, Victory Bell will defeat, and it'll be a victory, right? And there it is. Superior's down, and that's all it took was 3 fast moves. So you gotta be thinking like that. Same thing here. What do we have? We have Victory Bell versus Gligar. So Victory Bell can beat Gligar, but it's going to cost 2 shields. So what do, Lars? Well, we go ahead, we toss up that shield, and then we get ready and we throw our Leaf Tornado. And there it goes, around and round it goes. And it doesn't matter if it breaks their attack or not, you're immediately throwing in Carbink to absorb that Aerial Ace, because we knew they were going to throw right there. So there it is. Now they have that much less energy, and of course our opponent sees the opportunity. They see that rock symbol, and they get really excited, and they throw in a water type. It's sort of like the old, a lot of people know how to do ABB, in the sense that, you know, maybe you have an ABB with double normal type in the back, and you have, Lickitung as a save swap. That's kind of the thing what we're going for here. A lot of people will see that rock symbol, they'll see Carbink, or they'll see Basti, and they'll switch to their Mud Boy or their Lantern, and that's what we want to see, because of course we have that Victory Bell ready to go as soon as Carbink or Basti dies. In this case, we did actually beat their Lantern by just a sliver, and luckily this Gligar is throwing a charge move to kill us, so they didn't have any energy now for Victory Bell. So we're throwing in Victory Bell, and they're bringing in Dugong. Couple quick fast moves just in case, and then we bring in Basti and Bastiodon. What we're going to do here is, first, we're going to congratulate ourselves because we pretty much won. It's going to take 3 drill runs to kill our Bastiodon, and that Dugong will not be able to manage it. And it's tough because here comes number 2. Remember, we resist ice. I love Bastiodon because it has a lot of resistances, a lot of weaknesses, but a lot of resistances. And it does resist ice, and so any sort of ice fast move is negligible. Here we go. This is against a Lickitung. Lickitung in Great League it's not super common. It's not super rare. Kind of, in the middle. Maybe a little bit more towards rare side. But regardless, what do? Well, we quick swap, quick switch, whatever you want to say. We're bringing in Bastiodon this time. And they're going to go ahead and they're going to bring in Lantern. So deja vu from the last battle, but it's fine. The only difference is this person will actually take the lead instead of Carbink. So there we go. Last battle, not not mixing up the names. Last battle card being beat Lantern. Now they're going to beat us. So here comes another Surf. There we go. And then right before we can get it off, here comes another final Surf to take care of Bastion. And Fifi's here. She says hello. And now Victory Bell's coming in. And goodbye to Lantern. Now let's go ahead and let's see what they got coming up. And they're going to wait for just a second here. And then they're going to bring in their... It is a... Oh, Dragonair. Yep. Now that is a non-Shadow Dragonair. And so that means we switch automatically to BastiBink. Now, I made a little bit of a mistake here in the sense that... Sorry, the cat was getting excited. I made a little mistake because what I should have done, I knew they were going to throw a Power Whip, but I thought they were going to try to bait the next one by throwing a Body Slam and then throwing that Power Whip to end it. But instead, I got it mixed up. But it's fine because we can change course. You got to be able to do that in PvP. And now we throw none other than Moonblast, and this Dragonair, it's not Shadow, so that means it has to get 2 more Aqua Tails off to kill us, because 1 will not kill us. And so it does manage 1, but it just doesn't have enough time to get number 2 off. And so we are golden. There it is. Here's a Moonblast, and that is the end. And there we go. So yeah, really be aware. I wouldn't, if you haven't built Bastion, if you haven't built BastiBink, I would hold off on it. But if you haven't built, definitely give this team a try. Deoxys right here. We can beat Deoxys. It costs us 2 shields, both shields. They will get 3 Psycho boosts off, but the good news is that their last Psycho boost will not, and I repeat, it will not kill us because their attack has been weakened by the previous 2. So that's good news. They bring in what is essentially a gift, none other than Zweilous. And Zweilous here is going to know 2 moves, both of which BastiBink resists, a normal type and a dark type. And so you can go ahead, go on your merry way, and just use your fast move to take care of business here. There's their very last Dark Pulse. And that's that. Zweilous is down. Now we have a 100% energy charge, and it's time to cash it on in. Start throwing these Rock Slides. And honestly, we probably should have thrown a Moonblast to start, but I thought they were going to shield. It is what it is. They ended up not shielding, but it's fine. Don't even worry about it, right? Here comes the shield. And so now this is where it's really important. They're gaining that energy, right? So we don't want to throw in Victory Bell because we don't want to use our last shield. Their health is low enough to where we can safely bring in the Dawn, tank whatever they want to throw. Thunderbolt, that's fine. Not going to do as much damage. There it is. And then they go ahead and they bring in Vigoroth. So we're switching to Victory Bell. We have almost that Leaf Tornado ready to go. 2 fast moves. We throw it. We don't get the attack break, which totally sucks. But it's all right because we have a shield left, which is what we needed. There's 1 shield, and now we're down to 0 shields. They will kill us, obviously, but the good news is that we are really close to that Stone Edge. So let them do their thing. Let them use a Body Slam there, and then 1, 2, Stone Edge time. And here it goes, and now we can safely kill Deoxys, KO Deoxys, whatever, as soon as it comes in. Even if it had a Thunderbolt ready to go, we still would have been good. And that's that. On to the next one. We have a Lantern lead. So they swap into Vigoroth. You could, instead of leaving Victory Bell in and eating a shield and then throwing Leaf Tornado like we're about to do and have them eat a shield, you can gamble on throwing in BastiBink. And that is because most, and I say most, 99% of all Vigoroth are going to know Rock Slide now. And it's because of the move update, right? They're going to get rid of Bulldoze, have Body Slam, and Rock Slide. So be aware of that. The last thing I want you to have happen, though, is to get a Bulldoze right to the face. And so that's my little disclaimer. 99% or so, there might be that one that you'll end up running into that has Bulldoze, right? Happens to all of us. So here we go. We're going to go ahead. We're going to throw a Moonblast here. And there it is. It does a good chunk of damage to Lantern, which is, I believe, the number 1 or close to it ranked Pokemon on PvPoke. So congrats to Lantern. Very good Pokemon. Our normal team has Lantern, Pelipper, and Medicham. So well done, Lantern. You deserve it. Here we go. Here comes a Surf. But with our last final breath, we get off this rock slide, which is huge. There it goes. And then all we need to do now is bring in whoever we want to bring in. And what do we settle on? Victory Belt. They are bringing in Altaria. It is over. We have Basti in the back. That's that. We win and mosey on over to the next one. Let's check it out. All right, so Trevenant is actually really popular. It's making a comeback, folks, and it's because of all those mud boys, all those lanterns, all those polyraths. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to charge it on up as much as we can. Then we're going to bring in Basti to tank this seed bomb. They quickly switch to a lantern, but this lantern, as you can see, knows water gun instead of spark. So that means we can only get one surf off, which kind of sucks, but it's all right because in the end, it'll come back and help us. So there we go. One Stone Edge off. There we go. Stone Edge. And now we're done. We cannot get another Stone Edge off. But luckily our opponent decides to throw a Surf at us. So all that energy. There we go. Now we're bringing in Victory Bell. And we know that it can no longer be a Thunderbolt. It has to be a Surf. They don't have enough energy for Thunderbolt. And so there we go. There's a Surf. And then Lantern is down. And now we have that Leaf Tornado ready to go, but it's a moot point because they have Mandibuzz in the back. And what do? Well, Carbink's coming on in, and now all we have to do here, since we both have 2 shields, is to 100% just kill this sucker with your fast move, and we'll be able to do it. There's a Seed Bomb. They're going to get another Seed Bomb off, but in the end, they won't get the 3rd one off. They'll get 2. Luckily, we have 2 shields, right? But they won't get the last one off, and that seals their fate. And that's that. Let's go ahead and check out the very last battle of the night. Fifi and I hope you're having a great night or great day wherever you are. And we have another good lead, which is Wishcash. But they switched to Dragonair. Now, I messed this up big time. I bring in Carbink, and here comes the Aqua Tail. What I should have done is I should have just killed it with my fast move. There's an Aqua Tail. Even with the Shadow Dragonair, you can still do a pretty good job. It'll obviously lower your your HP, of course, but the good news is that you could get off, a Moonblast, maybe lower Wishcash's attack. It just would have been better. So here we go. Less chance for Wishcash to farm. Here's a Scald, almost dead. We do get off a Moonblast. Unfortunately, luck is not on our side tonight. It doesn't lower their attack, but it doesn't. Odds are it's not going to. So goodbye to Carbink. We love you. Here comes our beloved Victory Bell. Now keep in mind, another disclaimer. Wishcash can no Blizzard, which will obviously one-hit KO Victory Bell. However, ever since the move pool update, Wishcash will have mostly Mud Bomb and, of course, Scald. There might be one outlier that has Blizzard still. They didn't get the memo, so please be aware. But for the most part, you're gonna be okay. Flamethrower, and at this point, pretty much got this, right? So we have 1 shield, they have 2. Let them do their thing. Even with Skarmory's updated moveset, it still can't compete. It just can't compete against Basti. Basti is still the king of downing flyers that aren't dual typing with ground as their second type, right? So just regular old flyers, steel flyers, dragon flyers, it doesn't matter. Bastiodon's still really good at it. And here we go. They're actually going to catch this attack, but it doesn't matter if they catch it or not. We're going to shield here just because we didn't want it on the off chance. Most Skarmory will have, of course, Sky Attack and Brave Bird. Some will have Flash Cannon, but it's pretty rare. It honestly is super rare to see it. Here we go. And that's it. I want to thank you all for watching and have an awesome rest of your night.